Welcome to Lesson 3, everybody. We today are going to talk about license plates, which is a really good way to practice random letters and numbers, such as in a confirmation code, for example. And we're also going to practice spelling names. And then the question type that we're going to cover in today's lesson is matching features. Okay, matching features. That's where you match a feature to a paragraph. So it's kind of paragraph matching, but not always paragraphs. It could be paragraphs or researchers, something like that. Okay, now I would like to talk about some confusing letters that might trip you up when it comes to spelling. Okay, with a name or a code or something like that. The first category is V, B, and P. And with this category, the first step is understanding how to create these sounds. Okay? If you can make the difference between the sounds when you speak, you'll have a much better chance of understanding the sounds when you listen to them. Okay? There's a big link here between speaking or pronunciation and listening. Okay, so the V sound is formed by putting your top teeth on top of your bottom lip. V. V. Okay, the teeth on lip, that is the key. The B sound is just your two lips together. B, B, B. Right? And there's a little bit of air pressure building up, but not very much. B. Feel the air releasing. You build up the air in your mouth and then release it. B. But with P, there is much more air pressure built up. P. P. Okay, the distinctive kind of airy sound, p, 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 that sound comes from building up the air and releasing it. P. So go back and forth between B and P. B and P. Feel how the air pressure is different. Okay, that is what creates that different sound. Second, we have D and T. And you can probably already guess the difference. It's just like with B and P. D and T. D has a little bit of air pressure releasing. T has much more air pressure. T. T that is released. Same mouth position, but different amount of air pressure. And then the last thing is a spelling problem with W and W. Okay, the IELTS writers, we like to try to trick you with double letters. Okay, for example, the word apple is spelled A-double-P-L-E. The double P, double B, double S, whatever. We like doubles. And we also like to trick people by throwing in a W. W. Let me just tell you, there is no word in the English language that has two U's together. So if you hear W, that is the letter W, not two U's. Okay, so don't be tricked by that. It's a simple little trick. Don't let yourself be fooled into writing U, especially at the beginning of a word. It is never will a word start with two U's. That would be crazy. Okay, so don't be tricked by that. As I mentioned at the beginning of the lesson, UK license plates are a really good way to practice listening for individual letters and individual numbers. And actually, UK license plates follow a certain pattern. Okay, we start with the EU country identifier. Okay, like in this case, GB. That is optional. Okay, that's for Great Britain. Then BD is an area code. So you'll have two letters as an area code. Then an age identifier, which I found a little strange that everyone knows your age, since Westerners tend to be a little bit sensitive about that. And then SMR. Okay, those are 3 random letters at the end. Okay, so 2 letters for the area code, 2 numbers for the age, and then 3 random letters. Okay, so we're going to take a little quiz here. I'm going to read you 5 different license plates, okay, license plate numbers or codes, and I want you to take out a piece of paper and write down the answers as I read them out. Okay? So if you need a second to get ready, go ahead and pause the recording. Otherwise, here we go. Number 1, AT50 PDT. Number 2, BB42 DDP. Number 3, AV49 DVT. Number 4, PB98 FTD. And number 5, QW55 EBV. All right, let's take a look at our answers. All right, check your answers there. And this quiz should tell you what, if any, letters from the previous slide, which of those letters you have trouble hearing. Okay, whether it's D's or T's or F's or B's, whatever they are. And next, we're going to try a name spelling quiz. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 names, and I'm going to spell them as well. What you'll notice here is that most of these names are very common, especially in England. So if you have trouble spelling these names, you may want to take a look at the list of most popular names in Great Britain. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, Robertson. ROBERTSON. Number 2, Kennedy. KENNEDY. Number 3, Chapman. CHAPMAN. Number 4, Johnson. Number 4, Johnston. JOHNSTON. Number 5, Edwards. EDWARDS. Number 6, Fetters. FETTERS. Number 7, Bedinger. BEDDINGER. Number 8, Sapperton. SAPPORTON. Number 9, Wobbly. WOBBLEY. Number 10, Dempsey. DEMPSEY. All right, and let's look at our answers. Robertson, Kennedy, Chapman, Johnston, Edwards, Fetters, Bedinger, Sapperton, Wobbly, Dempsey. And most of these names are very common, so if you, for example, if you could not spell Chapman, okay, or Robertson, or Edwards, okay, those are names that you should be able to recognize and should be able to spell accurately even without them being spelled for you. So I recommend, as I mentioned, go online, find a list of the most common surnames in England or in America or in Australia, and at least make yourself familiar with the first 50, or at least the first 20.